Yeah.
And now writing to me is kind of a creative process where you're outputting so much great stuff. But when you output so much great stuff, you got to refill the tank sometimes, man. Who are some of the authors that you love to read that really refill that creative juices on your end?
So I will say that the biggest difference probably in having started writing is that my reading intake has gone from like 100 to like 1. It really has. There are authors that I used to like, just want to like read or read them over and over again. And it's like I'm writing all day, every day. So I'll like try to read it as like I'm going to sleep, and I like just kind of like pass out. And I've started maybe, I don't know, 5 books over the past 6 months and gotten like 2 or 3 chapters in. My creative stuff is more, I usually like will sit with my laptop on my lap, and behind me, like I'm watching like Aliens 2, or I'm watching like, Evil Dead 3 or something like that, or I'm watching all season 5 of Stargate SG-1 or something like that. And there's a lot of things that will sort of fuel it. Like I actually just watched The Count of Monte Cristo, and I spent 3 days writing like a plot arc that's going to come up maybe, I don't know, like 5 books from now. But I was just so enthralled with this idea of like anger and hatred and what it does to you and whether it's worthwhile that my fingers couldn't stop flying for however long. But I actually, after the 3rd book, for the first time in 6 months, I didn't write for 2 days in a row. And that actually just kind of let me like read whatever. I had a lot of friends come to town. We just went out, got some drinks, hung out, and I just consciously didn't touch the keys. It was almost like my fingers were like itching to like type, but it definitely did recharge everything. Yeah,
that's good. I mean, everybody needs a chance to recharge. I'm glad to see that you're. I mean, 6 months daily writing. That's an amazing pace. I gotta say, I can't think of anything I've done except eat and breathe for the last 6 months every single day. So hey, good for you. You gotta say.
No, I mean honestly, because it's my passion. I always hated that question. Like, what's your passion? I'm like, I don't know. What's your passion? Get off my back. I never got it, and so I finally got that. Like, I love doing this. So
yeah, and I hear you. I feel the same way doing this kind of stuff. It's there's some technical work you got to do with it. Yeah, it can be kind of a hassle sometimes, but there's just some weird satisfaction of being creative and just having an opinion out there that you created from almost nothing. That's just so satisfying that it's really hard to express. And so I like that, man.
It is. I think that's exactly the word. Creation. I mean, like every religion, like that's the number one thing, focuses on creation. In my stories, the ultimate power, creation. It's the act of creating fulfills something in us, I think, as just people. And yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Now, just from my